The Roar by the Shore is about to pick up the volume. The lights are on. When they go out, we go racing. Round 3 is underway. And again, a little bit of a bobble by Randy Pobst off the line. Whitmer in that Woodhouse Performance Viper on the pole. And the field, as I said, a record entry streaming down in to turn 1. A great start by Tyler McQuarrie, by the way, folks. And there we go. Whitmer hangs on, and you can see Pobst faded badly at that launch. Bit of a problem. Drops to the 9th spot from outside of the front row. Not the way they wanted their race to get going.
Quite odd for the Volvos not to get a great start with that all-wheel drive and those turbocharged cars. There he is on the left, dropping more spots as he gets taken around by the Nissan GTRs. And now down the inside, there goes Tony Gaples. Something really bad happening with Randy Pobst's Volvo.
Now the field's starting to sort out a little bump right there. James Sofronis getting a bit of a nudge with the number 57 of Pat Lindsay, and Dino Crescentini there in 4th. Now he qualified, started 6th, up to 4th at this point. Now Pobst, whatever it was, looks to be clearing up as we hop on board for a game streamer on board with Dino Crescentini. This key run down into turn 9.
Second fastest place on the track. As you can see, Randy Pobst hanging on for dear life as Ron Fellows dicing it with the number 99 car. That's the Kenda Tires Viper of Jeff Courtney. So let's keep an eye on these Volvos as we go, Greg. Something smells rotten in Denmark.
Well, that was a nasty
Sweden as we go.
push. Yeah, Sweden it would be, wouldn't it? That was a nasty push that Randy had down into turn 9, and he just could not get that thing to turn. So he is definitely fighting some issues. Beautiful shot of this great field. Oh, Petey Cunningham, the hood has popped up, laying across the windshield. But boy, it happened at an opportune time for him to be able to make it into pit lane. See if we can pick up what happened here.
Well, Petey Cunningham didn't get a great start. Actually, Nick Hussain able to get by him, and as you can see, had to be some contact to release that hood. And when you can't see, you can't see. And as you say, it happened just before the hairpin. He's able to go straight into the pits, and for a rare pit stop. There are no pit stops at World Challenge, folks. This is definitely unplanned, and they've got a big issue. Take a look at Tony Rivera in the new Nissan GTR, working out the development of that. He's currently 16th. Ron Fellows now side by side with the number 14 car of James Sofronis, and under power, he blows by him. Sofronis not giving up on the right, not going to be able to make it work. He takes the position, and now we see him from the point of view of James Sofronis. Beautiful pass, 2 in a row by Ron Fellows.
Yeah, he is on the move, and speaking of on the move, here's Tyler McQuarrie leading from pole at GTS in that beautiful Lotus XC jet. Wow, what a great move as we see Fellows. Now look, as Sofronis trying to get underneath as well. Fellows went by Daskalos. Sofronis followed him through the gap, and now Lindsay squeezes by Daskalos as well. Just some great action out there, and Daskalos dropping off just a little bit, but he got the best standing start on that opening lap. Watch this, up a bunch of spots, 5, I believe.
So the Ultimate Battery's best standing start is eligible for all the cars on the grid, but take a look at this start. Flat on the floor, shifting up through the gears, and now pulls alongside a Volvo that just isn't done in World Challenge. The Volvo all-wheel drive cars generally seem to have the power to get off the grid the best.
Dino Crescentini has been mounting a charge. You can see he's gone around Fellows and is working his way back up through the pack. We hop on board with Fellows as Crescentini got a little bit bottled up behind Tolar. Fellows now going to the outside. He knows this outside can work in turn 9, and he just drives right on by. Look at that. Dino Crescentini went, I'm not going to fight Fellows in this spot on the track.
Trouble for the 97 car. Tony Rivera in that Brass Monkey Racing car has come to a stop, spun the car, evidently, if you look at the tire marks, and having just a bit of trouble getting that thing refired.
Dino Crescentini has come alive, folks. He is starting an absolute charge through the pack all over the back of Ron Fellows. You can see Fellows gets out of that bit just a little bit stronger, but boy, Dino is closing up on him, and you can see he's distancing himself from James Sofronis, who was all over the back of Dino not long ago. So Dino's winding it up.
Dino Crescentini has an opportunity to consolidate this lead as they come back to the straightaway. Got to get a good launch off of the hairpin, because you know Ron Fellows has the horsepower to come, and he does. A brilliant launch off the hairpin, and that's going to define this opportunity to consolidate that lead. Dino Crescentini came shooting off that corner, and you can see the advantage that he's got towards the end of the straightaway, Greg.
You could hear him pick the throttle up a good 6-7 feet before Fellows did, and that's the only way that he stays in front of that V8 on that straight. I mean, Dino doing exactly what he needed to do, and Ron going,
Nothing I got for you.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that he can do.
Boy, right now, Dino doing everything he can to try and get around. That was an interesting. Look at the line that Boris is running there. You see him really square up that corner, and while Dino just sort of lets it float out, Boris turns hard, gasses it, gives him a couple of quick lengths.
You know, Boris is no stranger to this, and he knows how to get the best out of the Mustang on a flying lap. He also knows how to catch that contact. Boris said just a little slip on the brakes, and ever the opportunist, Dino Crescentini went straight through. Now he's P3, Greg.
That was incredible, and you can see Dino, the minute that Boris back end stepped out that little bit, Dino went straight to the apex, pal. Let's see what happens here.
That's what you call a major league race car driver right there, pal. Well, we've learned from the pit lane that his team has lost radio communication with Tyler McQuarrie, so he's literally out there all by himself doing laps and reading the flags. They do have a pit board out, so they let him know that he's still P1. He's driving a heck of a race here on the beach.
Boy, is he ever, and he has continued to stretch that margin. Meanwhile, oh, look at this move by Ron Fellows as he comes up and underneath to put Nick Mancuso down a lap. That is why Ron Fellows has achieved what he has in racing, decisive in traffic. When the opportunity is there, he can pounce, and did an absolutely beautiful job there as he's slowly reeling Boris Said in. But more concern, I think, for Ron is James Safronis is closing it up just a little bit on the back end there. And meanwhile, there's Dino Crescentini, and he's gone around Davis. Crescentini is picked up second spot. He had dropped back to sixth. An unbelievable charge for Dino Crescentini up into P2. That's an amazing drive. Oh, did you see Safronis there? I think he was so glued to that battle up there that he actually maybe missed his braking point a little bit. And there's Ron Fellows going, I'm here.
Buddy,
Don't make a mistake like that. Boris missed the apex there a bit. Tom, let's see. Is Ron going to try and stuff it down the inside? No.
No, he knows that all that's going to do is take them both out. And they've got to be cognizant of the 14 car behind them as well. Not going to give anything up as you see that Nissan pulled off to the side. This battle ensues, and now traffic coming into the picture, and this is going to play a part.
Boy, Ron got a good drive off the corner, but he's stuck on the wrong side of the track, and plus traffic. Stout recognizes it, lets him through. Ron does the over-under. Boy, did he get a nice drive, and did he set that up beautifully and squeezed, obviously set down to the inside entering that turn, Tom, and that just slowed down his exit. Safronis right there. What a battle we have for fourth as Kuno Wittmer last time through 9, now into one of the most famous turns in all of North American racing, the hairpin at Long Beach. Nick it down another gear, turn in, gentle, feed it easy, throttle, and here he comes. The last blast as he completes his roar by the shore. The checkered flag comes out, and Kuno Wittmer from pole gets the clean sweep. And as we're looking at the scoring monitors, Tom, he has done something pretty special. A record for pole, a record fast lap, and a record average speed for the 5 years here at Long Beach.
Trifecta?
Oh, yeah. How about perfection? We'll call it that.
Here's Tyler McQuarrie. His first ever World Challenge race, and this is very unique. You don't just enter and win, but Tyler McQuarrie has shown he's got the right stuff to compete.
And he drove it absolutely beautifully. What a great day for Tyler McQuarrie. Again, we hope for that. And Stout, once again, he feeds down through turn 8. Now that second longest straight in that beautiful Don Gardner spec MAV TV Lucas Oil. TC Scion, first time a Scion, if he hangs on, will have won in World Challenge competition as well. So lots of firsts unfolding here. And if he does, as we talked about, youngest winner ever in World Challenge history, he's got just a couple of corners to go.
Greg, it's a whole new day for World Challenge. Second race in, or actually round number 3, but 2 different venues with this combined style of racing. Everybody was speculating as to how it was going to be. I think that the guys from WC Vision and SCCA Pro Racing hit it out of the park. This is entertaining racing, and that's what it's really all about.
It truly is. What a fantastic race. Certainly, I mean, some of the battles in class, and Kuno Wittmer, you know what?
What do you think he's going to do now?
Well, you know, in Canada, they love their Tim Hortons, so I think he's doing some donuts.
You're darn right. It's not just about the coffee. It's about the donuts, too, as the celebration starts with Kuno Wittmer picking up his first win for Dodge Motorsports. A lot of people here this weekend who wanted to see that happen, and Kuno delivered.